Hi there, this is Rebecca Killian. We are going to be talking about first conjugation verbs. And an example of a first conjugation verb that we will use throughout this lesson is amo, amare, amawi, amatus, which means to love. A conjugation, by the way, is a family of verbs. So once you learn the trick to conjugating amo, amare, amawi, amatus, you'd be able to conjugate any word in this family in your given tense. And you have been selected to be the expert on the future tense. So you will learn how to talk about verbs that are happening in the future. In English, we use the helping verb will to indicate a future action, but the Romans had a slightly different way. Okay, just to acquaint you with a verb chart, I want to remind you that verbs in English and in Latin for that matter all have a person and a number. So person is whether something is first, second, or third person, and number is whether it is singular in number or plural in number. And in English, we could tell who's doing the action of a verb because of these personal pronouns that come beforehand. I, you, he, she, it, we, y'all, they. If you say it fast enough, a bad word you will say. I, you, he, she, it, we, y'all, they. If you say it fast enough, a bad word you will say. Okay, so those are our personal pronouns. The Romans had personal pronouns, like the personal pronoun for I, for example, was ego, which is where we get ego, egotistical, alter ego, and all of those other derivatives. And even though the Romans had personal pronouns, they relied more heavily on personal endings. So the endings of a word would tell you who was doing the action. The personal endings for Roman verbs are ost, must, isnt, sometimes m. And these personal endings, ost, must, isnt, sometimes m, tell you who's doing the action. I, you, he, she, it, we, y'all, they. Okay, let's get to some conjugation. So how do I conjugate a first conjugation verb? Let's use amo, amare, amawi, amatus. To conjugate the future tense, you will drop the re in the second principal part and add these endings. Bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. The future tune again. Bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. The future tune. Okay, so let's look at a whole one. Again, we're going to cut off that re and add bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. The future tune. Okay, so now, here you go. You see that stem. When you cut off the re, you have ama. And now we have amabo, amabis, amabit, amabimus, amabitus, amabunt. And you do not need to know these macrons, these long vowel marks over vowels. You don't need to know them. But you do need to know that in order to create the future tense, you drop the re from the second principal part and add bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt, the future tune. You get it. Okay. Notice, by the way, that there are those personal endings still. ost, must, isnt. There's no m in this tense, but that's okay. And here is how we will translate such verbs. Amabo is I will love. Amabis is you will love. Great. Okay, help me conjugate these verbs. Woko, wokade, wokawi is to call. We get vocalize and lots of other words from this. And again, we have bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt, the future tune. Help me conjugate. Again, we're going to cut off that re. We have the stem, woka, so now we have wokabo, wokabis, wokabit, etc. How would you translate wokabo, for example? I will call. Awesome. What about this? Habito, habitate, habitawi, habitatus. Oop, that says to call, but it really is to live. And again, we have those endings, bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt, the future tune. Okay, so we're gonna cut off the R-E, and we get habitabo, habitabis, habitabit, habitabimus, habitabitis, habitabunt. And how might we translate habitabo, for example? I will live, using that helping verb will from English. Awesome. Okay, you've learned the future tense. That's it. The essence of it. Bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt, the future tune. I bet you got. So you will get together with other experts in the future tense and just check for understanding. So you're going to talk about what is person, what is number. Make sure everybody's on the same page. What are the endings to the future tense? Can you conjugate a new verb like do, dade, dati? Can you conjugate another new verb like nado, nadare? And how might you translate verbs in the future tense? Get ready to teach out to your original Jigsaw group once you're done with the experts. And if you and the other experts are having some trouble, you guys know you can always ask me. Okay, see you soon.